All right. I have returned, which is good because I wasn't here yesterday. So I'm having to do yesterday's check-in and today's check-in. And it's ironic because yesterday was day 100. So kind of a big milestone for me to miss. And yeah, I'm a dipshit. So that just happens. So day 100 followed a lifting day. Day 100 was my second lifting day of the cycle. And my, what up? Happy Friday the 13th glitch. You get to watch me do 2 check-ins because I wasn't here yesterday. But yeah, so for day 100, which is technically yesterday, I did have my previous day's evening workout, which was rowing. So I get to get a little check mark and a ding there. So hooray for that. And then in the morning, I weighed in at my normal time, thankfully, because I screwed up my weigh-in on day 99. And lo and behold, I was down 1.2 pounds. So very happy to see that. Definitely catching up because my normal weigh-in is usually at 9. And the previous day I did 6 a.m. before I'd had a chance to use the restroom because work was really, really crazy. So seeing this recover is also important for me on day 100 to see I'm still making progress. And speaking of progress, monthly total for March as of day 100 is 6.3 pounds down and total weight lost is 67.2. So that's pretty cool. And then I was able to do my lifting pretty early in the morning. I think it was around like 11, maybe 12. So I guess it's not that early, but I get a ding for that. So a check mark. And then we went and saw a movie called Undertone, which is about a like haunted podcast. Not really, but it's a podcaster who has like some creepy stuff happening. It's an A24 movie. And I was just like, oh, okay, it's not bad. We wound up getting home late. And so that's why I wound up not streaming last night. I did have popcorn for dinner. It was not good popcorn. I didn't have a lot of it because I was very disappointed. I put butter on it and the popcorn was so dry it basically drank all the butter. It still tasted okay, but I was just like, this is not the ideal movie popcorn that you want to have like as your cheat snack. So I was a little bit bummed, but we got home and around 10:30 I did my evening workout. So check mark there. It's always nice to get 4 green check marks across the board, so that is awesome. Now I'm going to pause and change all the graphics to give us day 101, which is today's check-in, which should have been something done properly. But you know what? Sometimes I fuck shit up, so that was what happened. But hey, since you're here, Glitch, I'm giving you twice the content. Hope you enjoy. Badoop. Numbers are all updated. And I think now that I have a nice, I was going to say long, a regular weekend to Saturday and Sunday, I'm just going to try and see if I can break some of these VODs up into short form content and maybe make an Instagram and a TikTok, just something stupid like Adam turns 40. I don't know what to call it. But, you know, looking back at where I started 100 days ago at 364 pounds to now, I think it's a pretty good story of like, hey, my first 100 days, like here's where I started, here's where I went. And I can do like check-ins that are really short. And then I can do like a compilation video that's a little bit longer of like each day's check-in since I have one. I should have one for like each day. But yeah, so day 101, that is today. Woke up after having 2 successful workouts yesterday, a good early lifting and late row. Even though I had popcorn for breakfast, I still felt pretty good about the calories because I was, by my calculations, around 1,500, even though 1,600 was my goal. I had a lot of protein in the morning too and directly after my lifting. So weighed in at my normal time and I was 1.2 pounds down again. So back-to-back days for 1.2 pounds, which was awesome. Very good to see that, which brings the progress up to 7.5 pounds down for the month and 68.4 pounds down since I started 101 days ago. So that's awesome. Very, very happy for that. Today is double cardio day, and it's a quieter day at work. Thankfully, a lot of folks are off today, which I'm very, very happy about. So I was able to get my row in at around 11:30. So I do get a check mark there. So that's dope. And then in the evening, probably around 10 o'clock, I'll do my second. And then tomorrow is my first day off in a minute. And it is also my rest day from exercise. So I can actually just like not worry about getting up and hitting the gym and all that fucking stuff. And I can just chill. I do worry though that tomorrow I will weigh in heavy. And I'll get to why as I switch the screen. So let's go ahead and look over here. The chart obviously shows the uptick from my bad weigh-in and then the subsequent recovery. I am trending for 285.2 pounds by the end of the month, which is below the goal, or above the goal. It's better than the goal of 15.5 pounds lost for the month of March, which would be half a pound a day. There's 31 days. So 287.6 would be exactly 15.5 pounds. And right now I'm doing pretty good. And I had the first, 6 days in the Dominican Republic, and I wound up losing 1 pound while I was down there. So obviously that slowed the progress, but I consider that a success because I wasn't, working out every day. I was walking a lot because it was a conference, and I was being slightly careful about like how much I ate, but not what I ate. So overall, that's pretty good, and it's been a pretty strong month. So very happy about that. But so today was payday for me, and then payday for Robin, and then we also got our tax return. We haven't gotten a tax return in forever. So there's something I've had my eye on, and I decided I was going to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. It's just this really cheap set of golf clubs. When I say cheap, I mean it's like $60 a club, so not crazy high quality, but something that I can actually say is mine because I've never owned golf clubs before, aside from like a 7-iron I bought at a thrift store when I was 16. And then we went to Topgolf, and if you go to Topgolf on Friday afternoon, before like the evening sets in, it's really cheap. So when we got there, I was like, it's a good day. I've had a good month. I got a decent raise, and my boss told me like you should go celebrate, and I haven't done that yet. So I was like, I'm gonna have like tater tots. So I had tater tots with like a cheese dip, and I had a few of Robin's fries. I gave it 950 calories, which is probably a little bit high, to be honest with you, because I didn't really eat a lot of the cheese dip because it like thickened and got gross really quick. But yeah, I was just like, fuck it. And then I also got an oolong tea. So I'm gonna give myself 70 because it does have 30% sugar in it, or 30% sweetener or whatever they put into it. So I'm going over on the calories today for sure. So we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But I mean, Topgolf between me and Robin for 2 straight hours, and we're just competitive as hell. So we go back and forth. We don't have like idle time where we're just sitting there holding each other's hands, blinking into each other's eyes. No, we're like, we need to do this. I was really trying to dial in the club, and Robin was definitely trying to crush me with every game. And we were very, very close the entire time. So I might not weigh in heavy tomorrow, but I'm very aware of the fact that I basically had a cheat meal midday. So I do still have the row coming up, which might balance that out. Glitch says, nice, golf is fun. I really like the driving range. I've only ever actually gone golfing like 18 holes one time, and we tapped out after 9 because it was like 105 degrees on the course and like 80% humidity. It was the middle of August back in the Chicago area. And so we were just like, yep, 9 is good. And 4 of our friends kept going. And we just said, like, let's go to the clubhouse and drink. So one of these days I'll do a full 18, and I can take my own set of golf clubs now to do that. So that's fun. I've been doing disc golf. I have a net in the back. That is fucking dope. Disc golf is super fun. Which says, nope, I would be out. That's funny. But yeah, we'll see what tomorrow looks like. If I have a green number tomorrow, I'm going to be very happy. And if I have a green number the next 2 days, I'll be absolutely thrilled. But you know what? We'll see. We can check in with Averon so far today. I think it has my late night workout from last night and my workout from today on it at 226. I will say my workout that I just had is the hardest I've pushed since the thing fucked up. Or since my AFib came back too. So you can see like output for the 30 minutes and 19 seconds I did last night was 94 kilojoules, and I only went 4,750 meters. And then my workout today, I did 131 output in 29 minutes and 21 seconds. So basically a minute less, and I had over 30% more output. And I also went an additional 300 meters because Fishing Frenzy is a multiplayer one where strangers can just get assigned into your game. So I was like, I'm not going to let these bitches beat me. And I just went as hard as I could, basically. Maybe not as hard as I could, but like I went hard enough to make sure I was well ahead. I was not going to lose. So a decent amount of calories burned too, 160 calories in 30 minutes. And you can see like the pace, like when a fish is on the line, the faster you row, the faster you reel it in. If you row too slow, it breaks your line. And the long one is most definitely a shark, because sharks are the hardest to pull in and they break your line the fastest. So you have to have sort of sustained intensity. This double spike here, I had like there's a booster you can get where it's like your row is double strength. So I was like, it's 60 seconds long, and I was like, I'm gonna catch 2 fish. So got one on the hook, reeled it in as fast as I could, got another one on the hook, reeled that one in as fast as I could, and then I got that same booster at the end for the last minute. So I was like, I can get one fish really quick, and then I hooked a barracuda, which is the second hardest fish to catch. And I was like, I have to go as hard as I possibly can to get this thing in. And I pulled it in with the last stroke before the timer expired. So I definitely went super hard on this game. And I crushed the other 2 people that joined my game. So pretty happy about it. It is fun. I'll be honest, like, the fishing game is cool. The fact that you can do YouTube on the Aviron is cool. And then just the basic metrics monitor is like what you'd expect from a row machine. But it is expensive. And I'm not necessarily sure. I'm getting some messages today about our D&D campaign. We're starting a new campaign on Sunday, and I'm the DM. I'm super excited to get back to everyone. But yeah, so the workout went well, and I'll probably not push as hard tonight. I'll go more low intensity, steady state than high intensity interval stuff. High intensity interval is not something you should be doing when you have your AFib that's active, which is why I kind of waited for it to relax. But and you can see my heart rate stays pretty steady between like 120 and 130, a couple of spikes towards 140 while I'm rowing, but you know, it's pretty standard. Yeah, I can't wait to hear how it goes with everything you showed me. Yeah, part of me like wants to like record it, but there's like 6 people, I think, and not everyone is capable of recording their own audio. And then it'd be like, you know, 4 hours of audio with probably like 45 minutes of usable audio, and it's probably the juice isn't probably worth the squeeze, but you never know. All right, I'm going to Wordle. If you haven't Wordle, look away. If you have Wordle, don't tell me. Today is not Cloud Day. All right, that's interesting. What if it's something that's ATE, like matey? All right, I knew it was going to be ATE, so I clocked that right off the bat. What about gated? Nope. All right, water's not going to be one. And the Y is eliminated, so that really does narrow down what it could be. It could also be an EE, but I don't know if we have what's left to have something like that. Like pate, I'm pretty sure is just a tilde or whatever on the end of an E and not double E. Could be an N at the end of it. Could be a K at the end of it. Let's just toss up some stuff and see if anything looks right. My cat is crying in the background. I think she just wants someone to come hang out with her. No, none of this is ringing bells. Let's try a different letter. And no, I don't think that's a word. I mean, you might as well just hit enter and see. Okay, well, that was a mistake, but it wasn't that big of a mistake. So we got 1 guess left and 4 letters in the correct place. Hayton doesn't sound right. I'm just putting every letter at the front. Quaten, don't think so. Waten, Taten, Faten, Haten, Jaten, Katen, Zxvaten, Baten. None of these sound right. It's going to be a word that's just either not clicking in my head that I know, I'm like locked in on Aten and it's not actually how to pronounce it, or it's just a word I straight up don't know. Fuck. I almost want to call in Robin, do a phone a friend. She said she can come. All right, Robin. Come. Cool. She's on her way. I have phoned a friend, so we can put an asterisk on my record if I wind up breaking it in the future. I'm very excited about D&D. Might help Robin build her character out later tonight. We'll see how that goes. I think she wants to play a monk, which will be super fun. Monks fucking rule. All right, here's what I got. And here's what's left. And I don't know why my brain's not connecting what word this could be.
Leighton?
Noel.
Oh, those are the letters that are gone?
Yeah, the dark gray ones. Those are gone. Eaton? I think it's Eaton. Because I don't know what else it could be.
Hayton.
I thought Hayton too, like as a joke. All right, we got it.
Why you didn't even need me?
I just needed you to pet the back of my head. I don't like that. Not cool. All right, I am getting a call right now from Virginia. Let's see. Hello?
Hello, this call is regarding the status of your loan. You've been placed on our do not call list.
Yep. Like 5 a day. 5 auto dialer calls per day about a loan I didn't ask for. And if you hit 9, it puts you on the do not call list. And then they call you anyways from a new number. Because they're pieces of shit. So fucking annoying. Do I still make dice? No, but I have all my stuff out there that I can make dice. I also still have like 6 sets that need to be polished and inked. And every now and then I think about sending some out. They want to ask you about your extended warranty. It's not that anymore. Now it's about this fucking loan application shit. They're trying to trick people into thinking they've applied for a loan, or for people who have applied for a loan to think this is that loan and accidentally sign the wrong one. Scum. Anyways, I'm going to go. Yeah. Everyone enjoy your weekend. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's rest day, and I cannot wait. So, yeah. Bye.